Yeah, have at it.
Yep.
No, it's been fun and a good turnout, so everybody's hanging with me. The old
That's good.
How long does this last for?
You know, I'm gonna call the rec center next week, and I'm assuming that they'll go as long as the classes are being attended well, until the summer when they redo something at the gym, you know.
I mean, I just wondered if you're gonna do something different the next round, or, you know, if that only lasted so long and then you started something, a different kind of class.
I'll probably stay with that same format just because I can do whatever I want. And I'm not gonna go get certified for 10 different, you know, Zumba or Tabata or any of those. I can teach Tabata in this class, but not call it Tabata. Call it short circuit. So it's gonna be the same format.
I love Tabata.
We do a lot of Tabata, but I can't call it Tabata.
You can't?
No, you have to. No, not legally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a.
Like the Tabata cops are coming?
What is Tabata?
It's just you do 4 minutes on of either 1 or 2 exercises, and with a 20 seconds on, 10-second break, 20 seconds on, 10-second break for 4 minutes usually. And just.
There's just like a lot of science behind it.
They figured out that keeping your heart rate up while you're doing these exercises gives you more burning calories throughout the day, you know, and it's going to also help with your sculpting if you want to do sculpting. So,
gotcha.
Makes sense. That's the deal.
I wish it was a different time because it'd be fun to go.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if they want me to do more, but we'll see.
I'm sure they'll want you to do more.
Well, that's what I was wishing that I could come here after that class, but I'd be here at 6:10.
Yeah.
You know, that would be awkward.
Hold up. Happy birthday, bitch.
You and Betty would come in at the same time then.
Really? You have a late comer?
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah. What cute pictures.
I know. I have a bunch of other cute ones, but I don't know why they didn't load up.
Did you guys do something fun today?
Just kind of same old
Worked and worked. It's really busy out at the kennel. So.
Oh,
I heard.
Dude, it's on. It's on. I can't.
So you guys don't go anywhere for Thanksgiving?
No, we go nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like going to herd of milk cows.
Does your family come to you then?
Yeah, my kids are coming. Augie and Chelsea are coming, and Augie's husband and Chelsea's. Hopefully, we hope. We don't know, but she's trying to ask her boyfriend to come, but we'll see. And so that'll be fun. Those kids here, because they're all pretty close, same age, and I don't know what she was calling. Augie was calling, but she's the one who wanted to do this, and we did it yesterday morning. Okay. It just says the chat is disabled. Whatever, you don't even. Okay. Yay, she's on. Okay. She goes, I'm on. Om. All right. All right. Oh, we'll do that. We'll just start with about 3 ohms. Sitting up nice and tall. And getting your spine aligned. Take a big, deep breath in. Feel the residue in your head, your throat, your chest. belly. Let's just do some neck circles going around in slow motion of any direction that you want. As big a circles as you want. Just inhale when you take it back, and exhale when you bring it round. We'll go the opposite way again. Inhale when you go up, and exhale when you come around. Very good. Let's come back to center. We'll bring our hands behind our back and behind our neck, and interlace our fingers. And we're going to inhale, take it up like a cow. And exhale, round like cat. All the air out. Inhale, up like cow. A little tug on the neck. Exhale, round like cat. When we inhale, we bring in golden light. And we exhale, cloudy darkness out. Do 3 more. Last one. Good. Release the hands. Again, wobble the neck around. Feel some lightness there. Good. Let's plant the left hand on the floor and bring the right hand up and reach. Big inhale. Exhale, arch over and push through the ribs on the right. Just reach with your hand. Don't just have your hand up in the air above you. Reaching. And bring it up. Plant the right hand. Inhale, raise the left. And arch over toward the right. Pushing the left ribs out and noticing how they separate when you breathe. Bring it up. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, bring both arms up. Reach. And exhale, push the air out. Bring the hands down. Keep going. Nice. 3 more. Nice breathing. Last one. Let's bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Bring the arms up as far up as you can behind you. And drop the chin. Bring the stomach up and lock the pelvic floor. Lavanda. Big inhale. Exhale, lower the hands down. Release the hands. Bring them out in front. Press the palms away. And tuck the head and feel the heat in those shoulders. Just noticing and experiencing whatever sensations you're having. Stretch the arms. Push through the heel of the hand. Pick it up, big inhale. Push through the elbows and then drop the shoulders down. And let's release the hands and press the palms together and bring the hands just over the head and the elbows out wide and take 3 breaths here. Feeling the hands pressing together. This is an inner knee pose. Hands down. Then we'll come off of our perch if we're on one. Let's keep our bolsters handy on the right side of you. And we'll tuck the legs to the left. Bring the flesh out with the right bum cheek. And bring the left hand to the right knee, the right hand behind. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, turn the torso, turn the chin, look over your right shoulder. Lift up through the chest again and drop the shoulders down. And gaze over your right shoulder, your drishti. Your eyes are closed, still make your eyes go that direction. Taking the right hand back a little bit further, bend the elbow, turn the chin over the left shoulder, lift up through the chest again and drop the shoulders back and down. Gaze down at your feet. Knee, spinal twists. Good. Come up and bring your hands on each side of the bolster. And if you don't have a bolster, you can just come down to the ground and turn your head over your right shoulder and come down, keeping the feet cupped. So bring the hands under the shoulders and come up. And we'll take the legs to the right. Do your bolster over to the left. And getting the flesh out from underneath the bottom. Take the right hand to the left knee, the left hand behind you. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, turn and look over your left shoulder. Drop the shoulders down. Breathe. We're going to take the left hand back a little bit, bend the elbow, lift up through the chest, and turn and look over the right shoulder, gazing down at your feet. Very nice. We'll take our hands to the side of the bolster, which is just coming out of the top of your left thigh, or just onto the floor, and turn your head over your left shoulder and come down. Good. We'll take the legs out straight. Give them a break. And bent. Straight to straight and bent is bent. Remember Angela always saying that? Straight to straight and bent is bent. Alright, lift up the chest and shoulders. Bring the arms up, big inhale. Drop the shoulders, exhale, hinge. Keeping the back as straight as possible. So the shoulders go back and down. Keeping the chin forward helps as well. And breathe, and on your exhale, sink a little lower with each exhale. Come on up. I'm going to bring the right foot in for Johnny. Torso straight over that left leg, keeping the hands down on the floor. Big inhale. Exhale, fold forward, just walking the hands down. Drop the head. Go ahead and round the back on this one and tuck the chin down. Loving the stretch, feeling the knots unwind. Sink a little lower. Good. Come on up. And we'll take the right leg out straight. The left leg bent. Put your torso over the flesh out from underneath the bone. Big inhale. Exhale, walk the hands down. Tuck the head. Just drop it down. Just trying to keep the right leg as straight as possible. Trying to relax the back of that knee. Just send it to thought. Relax. Good. Come on up. And we'll bring the soles of the feet together. Walking forward, rocking the knees, maybe just opening up those hips and letting the shoulders go down, the stomach up and in, the pelvic floor locked. And just rooting down, feeling your imaginary root going down through the layers of the floor into the earth, down, 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 and branching out wide. And then relax your knees down to the floor a little more, if possible. Don't overdo. Good. Let's come into table pose. And taking our arms up for a puppy and just stretching those shoulders, taking the hips back, bringing the forehead to the floor, and rolling it side to side, waking up that third eye. And we'll come down onto our forearms and take our feet out and to forearm plank, dropping the tailbone down so it's nice and flat, shoulders back and down, making that flat pelvic triad here. Breathe up the stomach. Engage the quads, push to the heels, push into the elbows. Breathe. Come on down to Sphinx. So flattening the feet. Cindy, I keep forgetting to ask you, how's your wrist?
Good. I was just looking at it. It's not quite flat, but it's good.
All right.
Bad.
Makes me feel not so comfortable.
We don't do much on our hands here. We do some, but just to avoid that. All right. Bring our hands together, thumbs down. Bring your elbows in just a little bit so that they're right under your shoulders. Curl your toes, lift up your hips, come up into dolphin. Walk your toes in a little bit more if you need to. Try to lower those heels. Push your head between your arms and look up at your belly button. Lower the heels a little more. Push your head through your shoulders a little more. Lower your heels again. Good. Come into plank. Lower the hips. Engage the quads, shoulders back. Stomach up. Good. Lift up the hips. Come up into dolphin again. Walk the toes under a little. Lower the heels. Push the head in through the arms. Tuck the chin. Look at the belly button. Breathe. Engage the quads. Trying to really straighten the legs. Shooting those sitting bones out to the side. And come back into into forearm plank. And engage those quads there. Bring up the stomach. Flat pelvic triad. Shoulders back and down. Little things to pass the time. Breathe. Good. Lower down the belly. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders down toward the floor. We're going to lift up the hands, lift up the chest, and breathe. Shoulders back and down. Baby cobra. Good. Plant the hands. Keep the elbows in. Push up the chest. Shoulders down and breathe. And come on back into child's pose. Taking the knees wide if you want. The big toes are touching, and then drop the forehead down. And you can pull your forehead around if you want to. Feel the back. Making some motion in there. Just opening up. That's the thoracic part of the back. Good. We're going to take the hands up a little higher on the mat. Hands are shoulder width apart. The weight is on the thumb and index finger. Curl the toes and come up into downward facing dog. And sinking your head back between your arms, looking at your belly button. And we'll pedal this one out. Yeah, let's come forward onto our hands into a regular plank if it feels okay to you. If you need to have your onto your forearms, go ahead and go down. Pressing into that index finger and thumb here. Grip with your fingers. Shoulders away. Engage your quads. Stomach up. Let's drop the knees. Bring the feet up and the head back. And back into child's pose. Roll your wrists if you want to here. Good. Bring the knees back together. Take the hands up. Come back into downward facing dog again. Yanking up the knees. This time we're going to just really work on our form. So check your hands. The inside eyes of the elbows are looking at each other. Tuck your head. Lower your heels. Spread your sitting bones. Put your shoulders down away from your ears. Let your chest go towards your legs. Lower your heels some more. We will come back into plank one more time. And after I said, we're not doing much on our hands here, so press into the hands. Engage your quads, stomach up and in. Again, if this hurts your hands, come on into forearm. And we'll drop the knees. Bring the feet up and the head back. Press up the head. Chin. Try to reach the toes toward the head. And back into child's pose. Come back up. We're going to curl the toes in, just come up and walk our feet up to our hands. And come into a forward fold. Drop the head. Relax the arms. The body dangle here. Turn the head side to side. We're going to roll up nice and slow. Take the arms up overhead. Reach. And grab the right wrist and arch over to the left. Inhale up. Reach. Grab the left wrist and arch over to the right. And bring the hands to prayer. We're coming to Tadasana. Shoulders back and down, gripping the toes. Bringing up the knees. Engage the quads. Tuck up the tailbone, pelvic floor up, stomach up and in. Shoulders back and down. Long neck. As if you're trying to look over a fence. And drop the hands to the side and swing them up overhead. Bend the knees and drop down. Shoulders back and down. Into a nice chair here. So our weight is more on our heels. We can even pick up our toes to help us keep our weight more in the middle of our foot. And our tailbone is not sticking out to balance us. It's tucked in slightly. Stomach is up and in, pelvic floor locked. Inhale, come up. Exhale, swan dive down, a beautiful form. Inhale up halfway, flat back, shoulders come away from the ears. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse, take it all the way up. And exhale, sit into your chair. Shoulders come away from the ears, elbows slightly tucked, pelvic floor up. Weight is more on the heels. And keeping the shoulders down, stomach up, big inhale. Exhale, push up, bring your hands to prayer. We're going to take a big step back with the right foot. And let's grab our blocks first. Let's have our blocks up at the top. Or a little ways back. Take the right foot back. And make sure the heels are on the same line. Turn the torso over the left knee and lift up the chest so that you're not bent over looking at it. You want that knee directly over the heel and not swaying in or out. Just straight out from the hip. Turn your back foot forward just a little bit more to make it comfortable, and you don't have to twist in your knee. Drop the hands, bring them up. Shoulders come down. Imagine you're holding a sword in your hand. Bring the hands together, interlace the fingers, and have sword fingers going up. Warrior one. Good, let's open up to the warrior two. Tuck that tailbone in. Bring up the stomach and the pelvic floor. The shoulders go down. Reach the arms up to the side. Imagine I come behind you and pull you just a little bit. Gazing over your middle left finger. With intention. And drop the back hand. Raise the front and reach here. Feel that come up the ribs. Not just having your arm in the air, you are reaching. Sure that knee doesn't sway in or straighten up. And then bring it behind for reverse warrior, gazing back with the right leg, which is straight. As straight as possible. And unwinding. Warrior two, bring up the stomach and pelvic floor. You're going to bring the back hand forward and adjust the back foot so it's pointing forward more. Bring the hands back up into warrior one. Make sure that knee is straight. Hinges a little. Shoulders are down, stomach is up and in. Breathe. Yeah, we're going to bring our hands to the blocks and pick up the back leg. And have the hands directly underneath the shoulders. And trying to really straighten up both legs here. As high as you can. Straight as possible. Not over high, you want just straight out. And the standing leg as straight as possible. Shoulders away from the ears. We're going to put a little bend in the left knee. And bring the left hand to the chest into prayer. Back to prayer. And if you feel like you can, bring the right hand up. And try to keep that right leg out as straight as it was. Breathe. Then we'll bring the hands back to the blocks. Straighten up again. and then tip the head forward and try to bring the head up, the leg up higher into a half standing split. Well, I guess it would be full standing split, but just standing split. All right, bring that foot down and drop down into forward fold. Bring the hands down. Ooh. Nice. Then we're going to roll up, bring the hands up overhead. Big stretch, reach. Full body extension here. And the hands to prayer. Taking a big step back with the left foot. And it's pointing a little more forward, turning the torso over the right knee. And the right knee is bent directly over the right heel. Torso back, shoulders back and down. Drop the hands, bring them up. And if you want, intertwine the fingers, make sword fingers there, and the shoulders down away from the ears. Move a bottom, pelvic floor up, stomach up. Thinking of your form, your inner thighs are engaged. Good. We're going to wind out to the left into warrior two. Check your knee, check your heels, shoulders back and down. Arms are straight, gazing over your middle right finger. From behind, forward back just a little bit. Drop the back hand, raise the right, reach. It's hot up here.
I'm about ready to be naked, you. Long sleeves.
Oh, yeah. All right, roll the arms behind the back and the head and gaze down at the left foot. Try to keep that left leg straight and the right knee from not swaying in. You want it straight. Pelvic floor up, stomach up. And back to warrior two. Straight arms. From behind, pull you a little bit. Gaze with intention over that right finger. And a ready warrior. Hot. Ready warrior. We're going to bring the back hand forward, adjust the back foot to point forward more. Make sure the heels are still on the same line. That knee is bent. And bring the arms up. Shoulders down. Maybe we're one of the Charlie's Angels here. I'm not sure. It's good like this. We're going to come forward and grab our blocks and straighten up our left leg as much as possible and the right leg as much as possible. Bring the shoulders away from the ears. Engage your pelvic floor, stomach. With a little bend in the right knee and bring the right hand to the chest. Half prayer. Get your shoulders back and down. Grip those toes. And if you're ready, you can bring the left hand up. You don't have to. If you don't want to, you're not there. Bring that. I'm sorry. Stay there. Bring both hands back to the blocks and tip the head toward the leg and bring that back leg up and come into standing splits. Ooh la la.
let's bring that leg down. Ooh, get the feet straight, heels pointing straight back. Let's inhale, come up halfway here. Get the shoulders back and down, and then exhale, fold forward here. Have a nice hamstring stretch, drop the head. Try to keep the legs as straight as possible. Good. Let's bend the knees and come up into chair. Drop the shoulders, tuck the tailbone, bring up the pelvic floor. And let's bring the hands to prayer. And we're going to pick up the right foot and shoot it back and come into warrior three here. And for that same great form you had, eight of the blocks. Good. Let's bring that foot down. Fold forward. Straighten up the legs as much as possible. Drop the head. Good. Let's bend those knees and come up into chair. Shoulders back and down. Tuck the tailbone a little bit. Bring up the stomach. And bring the hands to prayer. And roll roots in that right foot and bring up the left and shoot it back into warrior three. Gazing at one thing that gives you strength. Bring that foot down. Fold forward. Ooh, good job, guys. And as we're here, we'll have our blocks here in front of us. If you want to try to bring them down a level, you can. I tried that in the middle of the pose last time and it didn't work. So we're going to bring up the right foot and tip forward with our head and straighten up for standing splits again. As fast as you can. Good. Bring that foot down. Fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Flat back. Exhale, fold forward again. We're going to bring our hands to the blocks. Bend the knee, the right knee, grip with that toe. Take the left leg up. And tip your head towards your legs. Good. Bring that leg down. Make sure your feet are straight. Drop forward and inhale. Bring it up. Overhead reach, full body stretch. Let's arch back a little bit. And bring the hands to prayer. Shoulders back and down. Breathing.
take, we can face the front if you want on this. Let's take our left foot over the right and line up the pinkies and bring the torso over in front. Bring our right arm out, our left arm on top, intertwine the arms. Bring the elbows up with an inhale. Exhale the hands away from the face. Bring up the stomach to the pelvic floor. And we'll take the right foot over the left. Line up the pinkies, turn the torso toward the front. Bring the left arm out, the right arm on top. Intertwine the arms. Inhale, raise the elbows. Exhale, push the hands away from the face. And breathe. Gazing at your fingers with intention. Nice. Now let's take the legs a little more than shoulder width apart. Feet are flat. Toes could be turned out just a little bit. Bring our hands to prayer. And we're going to bend the knees and drop the bum and come down and squat. Shoulders back and down. And the chest up. We're going to come up on the toes of the left foot. And lower down and come up on the toes of the right foot. And we'll do the left foot again. And lowering down and bring up the toes of the right. Bend the toes of the right. Bring up the heel of the right. I said that wrong before. Very good. Come on down. We're going to sit in easy pose. We had a guest yoga teacher here on Sunday, and she taught some Kundalini. It was awesome.
Who was?
It was my friend Virginia Schmidt from Cody. She used to teach at Dr. B's office here. So, having our hands on our knees, shoulders back and down. Imagining our pelvis is a bowl and we are a ladle, and we're just going to stir ourselves around and wake up those snakes. So take a big inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale over to the right. And exhale to the left. Keep going. Big Ujjayi breathing. Getting your shoulders into it, your elbows, your wrists. Engaging your core, the back. And the next time you come around to the front, stay there and make sure that you exhale all of your air and then go the opposite way.
yoga ladies call this boob shining.
Boob shining.
Boob shining. They're hilarious. Okay. This last one down low here. And split up. And roll the shoulders back and down. Very good. Just relaxing here. Growing roots. We're gonna come and lay on our backs. Oh, red pickup. Like it went to the back.
Like a regular game.
And we'll lay down on our backs. Bring our knees up. Let's do some windshield wipers here. Again, thinking of the snake energy and waking them up. And we're going to bring the right foot over the left knee. And we're going to take our hands underneath and grab the thigh and or through to the shin, whatever you can do. And just rock back and forth here if you want. Who was it? Wrong turn. Lower that leg down. And we'll swap legs. We'll bring the left foot up over the right. Take our hands underneath and grab either the thigh or the shin. And just slowly rock back and forth here, trying to bring that hand, let's see, your right knee a little more towards the chest. Good, lowering down. We'll take the right foot over the left knee again. Bring the arms up like cactus arms. We're going to drop the right foot to the floor on the left side of the body, keeping it and tipping the left leg on the outside onto the floor and dropping the head over to the right. Engage the core, bring the head back to center, bring up both legs together if possible. Changing legs. Make sure your spine is straight and your shoulders are straight, your head is straight. Then bring the left foot up. And then we'll drop it over to the right. And dropping the head to the left. Bringing the head back to center, engage the core, bring the legs up. And we'll shoot both legs up, straight up into the air, and push through the heels. Push your shoulders down into the floor. Push through the heels a little more. If you want, you can rub the backs of your legs. Feels nice. Now just bring the right knee in and give it a hug and straighten the left leg out to the floor. You can roll your right foot around in a circle or flex it up and down. And bring the left knee up. Bring the hands over the left knee, straighten the right leg out to the floor. Hug that left knee in, straighten that right leg down, and flex the foot of the left. The one who cracks and pops the most wins. The goal we go for in morning yoga sometimes. Yeah, we're going to bring the left foot down, bring the right foot up. The knees are bent here. Then we're going to open the knees and bring the soles of the feet together here. Just open the hips and relax. If you want to rock back and forth just a little bit. And bringing the knees up, straightening your legs out. It is Shavasana time, so anything to make your Shavasana more comfortable. The bolster under my knees. And blanket behind my head. And this is where we have a mini death, practicing death, becoming comfortable with death, and letting go of that does not serve us. Just let it melt off of you right now.
living where you are, feeling the earth support you. Feel your weight in the floor. Feel your arms and legs, your back and head. Slowly rock your head side to side. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a deep breath and stretch. And roll onto your right side, side of rebirth and new beginnings. Keep pushing up like a fresh new daisy, leaving that which does not serve you on the floor to be composted into good energy. Just relaxing down. We'll bring our hands together and set an intention for the rest of our day or dedication to someone or something. I'm dedicating mine to Mitch on his birthday, and it's just so special to me. I'm so grateful for him in my life, and so I'm grateful he was born. And kicking our forehead and honoring whatever each other's intention or devotion may be, and honoring ourselves, honoring and loving ourselves as much as we possibly can, so that we can honor and love the rest of the world as much as we possibly can, and receive their love as much as possible. I honor the divine in you. I'm so grateful you came to yoga tonight. Namaste. Happy birthday, namaste.
I didn't go to my favorite picnic dinner. I've been wanting to meet you for a while, so I'm really happy I got
Namaste, Augie.
Namaste,
you.
Augie.
Namaste, Augie.